1, 2, or 3 for you guys?
Two.
Dose? Amazing. How's the floor going down there?
It's awesome.
It's amazing. You guys are incredible.
Awesome. Have you guys done the MegaCon before, or first time?
First time.
Since 2013 last night.
Ooh, love that.
I don't know people in here like, oh.
Is it? Team Arrow is forever. I don't know what you mean.
Team Arrow forever.
I'd love to get started with a question, and then I'll go to some fan questions and maybe game. How's that sound, folks?
Great.
So I'd love to ask this one, which is, what's one word to describe how you felt when you woke up today? And then what's one word that you'd like to describe your end of today?
Shocked. Yeah, because I slept 3 hours through my alarm.
Oopsie.
So that was my morning. Oopsie daisies.
Yeah.
Which has also never happened in the 33 years of my existence on this planet. So that shows you how tired I must have been.
0 days since incident.
But yeah, so I slept 3 hours through my alarm, and I didn't even drink or do anything bad last night. I was eating McDonald's and watching reality TV at midnight. And that's what I hope to end my day.
Oh, I love that. Is this leftover McDonald's, or were you refreshing your
I'm
supply?
refreshing the exact same order from last night.
Amazing.
I'm just going to press reorder.
Reorder.
All the thoughts already done. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
all-
yeah.
It's already in there.
This
The
is
whole
great.
24 hours pre-planned.
Well, we're glad you're here. Thank you. You're well rested.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah. How about
Can
you?
you show her some support?
Yeah.
Feels good when other people have done it too.
Oh my goodness, we've all done it.
I know. I woke up pumped.
Nice.
Yesterday was so fun here.
Good.
And MegaCon is rad. Y'all are rad. And it's crazier today. Like way busier.
It's like
and
a-
people are having a blast. I've seen so many kids out there too, just like
It's the little ones in costumes that gets me.
yeah.
Like, I'm
full
just like,
person-
it comes in that
personality
size?
too.
Yeah.
I know. I got to had a little kid in costume. I'm like, does that come in my size?
Yeah.
Can I get some of that? Where did you get
Yeah.
that? Mom's like, no, sorry. And just I'm like, really? And I want to go to bed like, what's the word for when you earned it?
We've earned it.
Satisfying?
Like just like
Satisfying,
bliss.
yeah.
I think bliss though.
Bliss, let's go with bliss.
That's nice.
Bliss.
Accomplished.
Accomplished.
That's really the word.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you so much, man. Accomplished. For me, it's woke up feeling I woke up feeling tired. You're good. Like a mind reader.
They're being paid to be here.
And then I think I want to go to bed feeling accomplished. I think that's great. That's good. Can't be better than that.
Well, I hope all those dreams come true for you and so does your McDonald's.
It will.
A reorder is feeling accomplished.
I mean, to be sure, I ordered it last night to the wrong hotel that had the exact same address. It stood outside. Yeah, it's the same name, and stood outside for 35 minutes to McDonald's, and then reordered it. So this will be the third time.
Perfectly fine. So, y'all got started your careers at different points. What made you think, you know what I want to do? Act. That sounds fun. Was that sort of something that you always knew you wanted to do, or was it something that like developed over time after trying other things?
Yeah, for me it was football. I wanted to play football. And then I realized I could get chicks without being hit. You know what I mean? No, really. It didn't work out at all. Still being hit. No, but I did. I wanted to play ball, man. There was, I saw my older brother was he's an artist. He's really good. I thought I could be like him. I saw him play, and I thought I could do that. And then I just got, just really got enamored by the technique and the charm of acting, and then that's it. I've been on the stream ever since.
I have to bring up that you were in Con Air, which is the coolest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, Con Air.
How, before we get to their acting journeys, how did Con Air happen? Because it's the most badass movie in the world.
Right. Yeah, you know, I had a lot of lines in that before I ended up on the cutting room floor. It was crazy. No, you can't see them. Well, first of all, I was really young in that, and imagine this is Jerry Bruckheimer and Nick Cage and every other male actor on the planet in Vegas.
Trouble.
And my little young and Danny Trejo. We should just start with that. Right? And it was the first time I had ever smoked anything. Kids. And it was a cigar. And it was a far out experience. And Danny Trejo.
It's not a cigar.
Now you sound like Danny. Isn't that a cigar, Holmes? But no, that was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of fun. Con Air, Nick Cage.
Impressive.
It was the coolest.
Oh, man.
It was great.
I just need to know, can you tell us the scene? Like,
We never got to see.
You never got to see it. And you never will.
Oh.
Yeah. Never will.
That should be the spin-off. It's just like what your character would have said.
Yeah, and it was like a young Dave Chappelle. It was like the cast was just crazy. It was a crazy cast.
That's great. That's amazing.
Wow.
Well, congrats. I'm glad you moved from football to acting. Yeah, it's great. Well, wait a minute. Go Birds? Or do you prefer Kansas? Or do you
I see.
Go Chiefs!
Really, they won't count on you no matter what happens.
Patrick Mahomes is the bomb!
Shush. All right. This is getting I won't make it.
I can't top that. So let's go with that.
I won't make it.
Thank you very much.
Evan, how about you? How did you start this amazing journey?
Well, I was a fetus, but I was in Con Air. Dave Chappelle was there, David
So many more lines to do.
Ramsey. It was amazing. I also ended up on the cutting room floor. I know, so sorry. For me. I kind of wanted to do everything. Like, I was like, I'm going to be a vet, I'm going to be a marine biologist, I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to be a nurse, you know? And I was watching a lot of, obviously, Mary-Kate and Ashley, so I was a 90s kid, and I was like, you're having so much fun. And I loved performing, but I didn't really understand what acting was until I was working as an adult actor. You don't really know what you're drawn to, and then you end up and you're like, oh, this is why I'm here. I'm attracted to this learning, this storytelling, and learning about this type of humanity. So, I don't know, you can come at it from really any angle.
Yeah, and I think that's the interesting thing because I did the same thing. I tried this, I tried that, and I was like, well, wait, if I'm an actor, I can do all of that.
You know?
And I can change it up every day.
Yeah.
So it's perfect. How about you? Ooh.
I was really young. I started doing this as early as I can remember.
Did anyone watch The OC?
Yeah!
Woo!
Girl.
Oh my God, 20-something years ago. But I mean, my mom always says that when I was like 3 or 4 years old, we went to go see Cats play in the West End, because we were living out there in England, and and there was this part of the play where there's like it's called like the Fat Cat, and he's singing his solo song in the middle of the play. My mom said that she looked over to the right and all of a sudden noticed that I wasn't in my seat. And then she looks up on stage and I'm sitting in the Fat Cat's lap while he's doing his whole solo. And my stepdad panics and then just like this Fat Cat like puts his hand out and like, it's fine, like telling everyone to chill. And he just like goes through his solo and finishes and he like walks me to the edge of the stage. Speaking to my stepdad in the middle of the play, and he goes, I think you have an actor.
That actor is a pro. You performed on the West End. That's fantastic.
I started on the West End.
That was on your IMDb. You're a baby.
I know. So that's how it all kind of started. And then I've been in Cats. I just did Cats. Yeah. So it was all meant to
be.
Yeah.
Arrowverse. What was the process like? Was it a long process? Because there's sometimes these things take a whole bunch of reads, a whole bunch of auditions, or sometimes it's like we found, the team. How did the process work?
Well, I have a funny story about it because Steven and I had coincidentally met each other. We didn't get introduced, but we had a moment with each other in an audition room a couple of months before this all came to fruition, and we were reading for the same thing, and we were sitting next to each other, and his stomach just starts growling, like really loud, and I thought he was farting. And he's like trying to apologize for it or whatever, and it's like, I'm so sorry, I'm not trying to ruin your audition. The long story short, that happened, and I was like, who the hell is this guy? Why is he farting? And then I get into the audition for Arrow, and I had no idea he'd already been cast as the Arrow, and all that was very secret. And for some odd reason, he was sitting there in the audition room again, and I saw him there. I was like, get out, leave. And he was like, no, I swear, I'm not gonna ruin it. I promise. And he claims that that was all meant to be. That's kind of the synchronicity.
That's very nice. Awesome. How about you, Ellen?
Well, I didn't start out with these guys who did like the whole pilot and like we're in it to win it from the start.
You're right. We didn't become comments and even tell me, hey, let's do it. Arrow was lost. We were wading through the water, unclear who we were, and then Emily came, and then we were like,
Yeah, it was a long con. I showed up for an audition in Vancouver. I grew up there, and so I was just supposed to be, one call guest stars, a couple scenes. I'd seen Shakespeare the night before, which was great because Felicity Smoak had Shakespeare, and I was like, I'm living the life. Like, you're an actor. You're like, yeah, everything's going great. You do an audition, they're like, yeah, you got it. So you'll play one day, and that'll be it. And I called my best friend on the phone. I was like, God, we're gonna film at the radio station in Vancouver. This is amazing. I'm gonna have to tell the dog shop I'm working at, but I can't make it on Tuesday. It's just fire me. I said, can you please take care of my dog? And then they kept bringing me back, and then the second season they signed me as a regular, so I got to bring my dog to work.
Yeah. Wow.
People ask me what was my favorite season, and just selfishly, I have to say season 1 because I felt like my life was becoming what I had sort of worked for and dreamed for, and like little me was just like dancing all over.
Best season!
Yeah, so good. So, I love these stories. They're all like, David, is yours just as...
No, it's not. No, it's not. Hey, we were two guys in a box before Emily showed up. We were just two guys building in the foundry.
People tuned in for two guys in a box.
Two guys. For me, I was doing Blue Bloods, and then thank you for that smattering of applause. No, Greg Valenti, the great Greg Valenti, saw he and his father watched Blue Bloods, and I was going back and forth doing that, and I guess Greg gave a call to the showrunner, and like, we love him, but we aren't quite ready to make him a regular, and then he called my folks, and I went to LA, and I met with them, and they were like, you don't have anything to do with the pilot, but you kind of become the guy later on. And I was like, great, and I read it, and the pilot was a lot about, and at the time, there was a lot of, appropriation of funds and where money was going and the corporations, and it was like, Arrow's kind of this Robin Hood guy that's going to take people out. And the pilot, and at the time, Arrow was on the heels of Smallville. Smallville is fantastic. Smallville, right? And right, Smallville. But Arrow was breaking necks, man. In the pilot.
Yeah.
And he was like, you can't know my secret, crack. And I was like, yes. I want to be a part of this. And there we go.
That's great.
12
Yours is
years
just
later.
as special. Come
No.
on.
This is about violence.
It's about violence and taking money from the rich. I'm in.
So, in just related to the seasons, was there a moment where you sat down at the table read and you were like, about your character or about someone else's character's like storyline? Just a what? Some shocking, or did you do you get to know before you sit down?
Wasn't there one table read where we all weren't allowed to know something until the table read? I can't remember what it was, but there was something that was like blocked out of the script, right?
Was that John Barrowman's reveal? I think it
maybe.
is.
Oh, perfect.
That might have been.
I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a big reveal during season 2, I think, and it was nice. It was nice because up to that point, like Steven was kicking butt, and all of a sudden it was like this guy who we didn't know who. And the reveal that he was the husband and love father of the love father. That's great. Love father.
Love father.
I couldn't call it. Really good. Yeah, that was a big reveal. I remember that. Yeah.
I think that was it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that was
You
it.
get, okay, no, you didn't, like, they allowed spoilers with you guys, so it wasn't like, I guess it's just always like, I see these like readings of tables, and especially that famous Game of Thrones one where they're like, what? When someone dies in Game of Thrones.
You know what? I have one. Remember, I don't remember what season it was, but it was one of the first episodes of the season. We all came in, and at the end of that first episode of the season, Oliver is standing over a grave, and none of us knew who it was.
Oh.
And none of us knew who was going to be in that grave until about 6 months later. We were all speculating on who it was.
Maybe the writers.
No, they knew.
It was all for 6 months to figure it out.
Like, yeah, you're gonna really enjoy it.
And I thought it was me the whole time, so I packed my bags.
Oh, that's right, because everyone was nervous they were gonna kill off the show.
Everyone was literally for 6 months, all of us were so shocked. We were afraid we were going to get killed, and none of us knew.
Everyone's like, did you have the talk yet? Like, you're gonna go to Christmas off.
That's right, it was.
And it turned out to be Cleveland.
It was.
And we were all pissed, and then they had to bring her back. No, you did it wrong.
That's right. That's right.
Bring her back. Bring her back now.
Yeah, so the cast is really mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You lied to us for 6 months and then picked the wrong person. So, fix it.
Like, who'd you like us to pick? Everyone's like,
Oh no. That's like an actor's nightmare. Just waiting. Is it me?
Yeah, that was tough. I remember it being like really confusing and weird kind of.
Wow. All right. Well, it's stressful. Acting is stressful. Acting is stressful.
it's not saving lives, but it's trying to keep people.
It's trying to keep people alive. Indeed.
But there's always a Lazarus pit.
That's the thing, right? Always talking
If you die, you don't really die.
No one really died. But that was pre-Lazarus pit.
That was pre-Lazarus.
That was
Wait, you're Lazarus pit.
That was the first Lazarus pit. Oh, no,
Katie Lots was the first Lazarus
Because
pit.
they killed me. Oh, it's not
Because they killed Lazarus.
you didn't
I
wrong.
actually remember King Lost because I was like, that was a dumb idea.
All of them kills were dumb.
Do
But
that.
they were wrong. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Well, I guess that's the best part of doing some sort of like supernatural sci-fi sort of thing, because you're like,
Bring it back.
I mean, there's always something.
Always something.
Except for Susanna's. That was the one that why they didn't Lazarus pit, I will still never remember.
Yeah.
Did she die before last happened? Pre-last?
No, it was during one. It was
Anybody gonna be pre-last or two?
three? It wasn't season 2. Was it pre-last one?
Season 2.
I don't like it.
And then you have to take the body out of the,
Yeah, we could resurrect her body. We did that with Cassidy too.
Yeah. But I mean, soon after, I don't want to get into the details of mummification, but.
We could talk
can.
about
It would happen.
So the joy of the show also is just all the crossovers. So your last person here, oh, for you guys, oh my God, please spill the tea on a crossover.
But just logistically, they were nightmares.
Okay. Scheduling, I'm
Yeah, it
sure.
was funny because Steven was like, I'm never going to do this again.
Every
Next
year
year
was
happens.
another show. Each
Yeah.
year.
Well, that's it. It just kept multiplying how many times you could cross over.
Every year.
And then somehow you're like, still do it in the same time frame, but do another episode.
You know, as a producer and a writer, I find it really, really interesting. When we were in the mix of it, it was a logistical nightmare. But when I look at it from the outside, I was like, what a great idea. Like, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen on TV.
It's also
when you're
just
inside of
wild.
it, you're like losing hair, and
also just wise because like I wasn't watching one of the other shows, but then I started watching the other show because I needed to watch y'all in that show, and I was like, well now I need to know what's
It's a gateway TV.
Yeah. So I'm like, these marketing team gets bonus points. So yeah.
They better have gotten a raise.
Did you have a favorite, even if it was cumbersome and did you have a favorite crossover that you like got to do?
I liked going to the Flash because they were so happy over there, and I felt like
Yeah.
like the beats were fast. The beats were fun. It's not like we brought Arrow vibe to Flash. It's that our characters kept their essence and took on Flash energy.
That's so true, because each of you had such a different tone to each of the shows. Yeah, and mix those together, it worked.
Yeah.
And I think that's a testament to all of you being welcoming to your space, and others being, when you stepped on their set, which is lovely.
The Flash was literally on the other side of the wall. Like, this was an Arrow set, Flash was on the other side of the wall, and it couldn't have been more different. Like, it was bright, and they had milkshakes. And music playing, and it was best. Ours was best crossover ever, though. Oh my God.
Nazi Earth.
Steven in that Flash suit. With the mustache in the Flash suit. It was everything. It was everything. It was yellow and red Christmas. It was nice.
Well, do you guys want to play a game?
Yeah, I love it.
So there are whiteboards. David, do you mind being the perfect gentleman and handing those whiteboards out to the ladies? And what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you all some questions. You'll write, and I think let's keep it in the Arrowverse of like who was on set. So it can be any of the three of you or anyone else that was a series regular, or really anyone that came on the set if you want. But I'll ask you these questions, you'll write their cute name on there. Then I'll give it a 3, 2, 1, and we'll flip them around. And the thing is, the audience in the back has very good eyesight, but not that good. So make sure that when you flip them around, you say whose name you wrote. Yeah? Really, the whiteboards are kind of pointless, but let's do this. Your first question is, who was most likely to accidentally break something on set? Break something on set. Were you just asking the fans? They know a lot, but they don't know.
We weren't there.
You sure?
Yeah. Man, oh man. I didn't start. Is it a think piece?
I got mine.
Oh, you do? Oh, Emily, please, reveal yours. Emily has chosen herself.
Dude, I literally was putting me too.
What? We all put me. Me is the correct answer. What a great. Oh my God.
We are.
There's also so much stuff to break on a set.
I bet.
There is.
Wearing
There is.
breakable things. Oh yeah.
Well, can you think of one thing that you broke?
We had glass compartments of stuff you weren't even allowed to touch.
I was in back of my suit once.
Perfect.
Bending over.
Felicity.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And they was eating a lot.
Felicity's glasses, Felicity's tablet, Felicity's wheelchair, Felicity's computer, Felicity's keyboard, everything. I broke everything.
All right, so who would you call for backup in your real life if you were in a fight? Who would you call for backup? Yeah. And if you want to,
Diggle.
all right. Yeah, go ahead, hit me with it, David. Who do you got? Diggle,
I'm gonna take just because I'm late.
Yeah. I would too, probably. I would too. So, who do you think, though, in the cast had actually the best natural fighting skills? Would that still be you, David, or?
Yeah, that was good.
Katie Lotz.
Katie Lotz. Oh my God.
Perfect. That was like a sub-question, the first question.
Yeah, lots.
Lots. All right, amazing. So, who is most likely in your real life to have an unexpected superhero moment in real life? Like save a baby from a burning building. Ooh, can you read it out loud?
Colton.
Aww. What do you think Emily would do
I'll say him.
I'd save everyone.
She was
That's so nice.
Yes.
She
Oh
was
my
putting on
gosh.
all of our
Same
masks
energy.
before her own.
Yeah. Aww. Yeah.
The airline attendant's like, breathe, lady. I'm like, I can't.
So, who cracked the most jokes or lightened the mood during these
this is
intense,
easy.
dark,
This is easy.
Arrowverse scenes? Who do we got?
John.
Yeah!
Easy.
Easiest.
When he got cast, was it just like a bright beam of light, like
He
walking
didn't
on the
get
Oh,
road?
cast.
yeah?
His butt got cast.
Yeah.
He cast that ass, alright? He cast that ass.
Do you remember one particular thing that he would do that would just change the mood?
He'd show us that ass.
Yeah.
Like, actually,
Literally, he'd bend over
Why
and
you
do
gotta
us
do it?
all day long. If we were sad, you just close your eyes and open them, and you see his butt.
That's so nice.
It was really.
Hey, you know what? Flash had milkshakes. You guys had that ass. That's
We
nice.
did.
That ass.
Now that you put it like that, I guess you're right.
That is nice.
That needs some.
I take butts over milk any day.
Butts over milk. Put it on a shirt. Put it on a shirt.
On a t-shirt.
Quote, and then butts over milk. No, sorry, don't write that.
No.
Okay, great. How about who's most likely to throw an epic party after filming Wrapped?
Sorry.
An epic party would be thrown by this person after filming Wrapped. Who would that be?
Warner Brothers?
Yeah. It doesn't sound like there was any party animals then. That's lovely.
That's so really.
Steven!
M. Steven.
And then Steven.
Yeah, either one of
I
you.
agree, Willa. Yeah. I had the pleasure of meeting Steven in Toronto 2 years ago. That was delightful because it was like his hometown. He was excited. He was going to baseball.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
It was great. All right.
go. My dog's an extrovert, so she likes to have people over.
That's cute. That's cute. Now, who would be the best at running the show if the Arrowverse needed a new leader?
James Gunn.
Like, but they not running like the show, but running. The
Running
team.
like the team. Yeah, if it needed a new leader.
Felicity.
Well, yeah, probably.
That would be my choice. That's my choice as well. Yeah. Felicity, yeah?
I like how we had to converse them.
I love that, yeah. We're all just, guys, I told you, the whiteboards are fun.
I was gonna say Juliana though.
Yeah.
Like she
Oh.
would, like Lizzie would still do the tech, but that she could do the whole thing.
Yeah, she would be good. I can't top, yeah, Felicity.
All right,
Yeah.
fair enough, fair enough. And one final one. Whose costume do you wish you could have worn?
Ooh, I don't know how to spell this.
You can just say it. You want to say it?
Prometheus?
Prometheus.
Black Canaries.
Black Canaries.
I
Do
like it
tell.
all
Yeah.
leather.
Wait.
All leather fit.
That's nice. That's nice. How about you, David?
Destro.
Yeah.
Hey, my that was the best, Destro. Though, every time, right before they said action,
Yeah.
he would go, like, just a second, just a minute. And he would like run for like 15 minutes around and then come back like, okay, I'm ready. Action! He's sweating. He was a method actor.
I don't have time for that.
Method actor.
Wow.
So was Black Phone. Black Phone was an actor.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, is that a difficult / just a fun thing to work against? Someone that I see what's happening here. There's children in the audience.
Literally just, I'm so grateful.
She's drawing a butterfly.
She's drawing a butterfly. Yes, she is.
So we also got some.
Some people you should not give a pen and paper to.
You may hand your useless whiteboards back to David. Thank you for playing the game. Give him a round of applause. So now we had some fans pre-submit these questions for
pre-submit.
y'all.
Oh,
Yeah. So the first one is Diggle had such an interesting character arc. What was the most surprising thing you discovered about him while filming? And that's from the lovely Julian P. There from Miami.
Julian P. from Miami, good question. What was it again?
What was the most surprising thing you discovered about your character while filming?
The most surprising thing I discovered about my character. Discovery. All right, that's a good question. All right, you know, everybody should have a friend like Diggle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone needs a friend. Diggle was better than I was, and it was kind of like I was like, oh, wow, what a great guy. So I kind of realized a lot of deficiencies I had with Diggle, honestly. And it was kind of a self-exploratory experience, as most good roles should be.
Yeah.
Right? You kind of discover things about yourself. So I think in terms of the character, I discovered that he had his own voice, because I think though he had a voice, a lot of times it was filtered through showing Oliver's his humanity. But I think eventually he discovered his own voice.
Yeah.
And that was an important piece of his evolution.
And it's also something just to learn about yourself too, of like, oh, if my character does that, I could maybe be a little bit more, yeah, that's great. Our second question comes from Talia. They're from Orlando. Talia, are you here? Okay, great. Felicity is so clever and quick-witted. Did you ever get to improvise a line or moment that ended up staying in the show?
Oh, probably. Yeah, I would.
Did you lose your mic?
No.
There it is.
Isn't it? I feel like it's acting up or I'm acting
Oh.
I guess I wouldn't really be able to remember them, but me and Felicity were so fast talking that a lot of it was reactionary. So a lot of that stuff did stay in. But the writers did write a lot of it too. I mean, they built her, and I just kind of got to accentuate what they sort of put down. And then, I was lucky with her because I got to make the jokes. Sounds about right.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Was there any improv that sort of happened? I mean, a lot of it's fight scenes and very jargon talk. But was there ever kind of moments where that was allowed or to be explored?
Yeah.
Great. Have any of you studied improv in your? Yeah.
100%.
Was
Should we do it right now?
A little sketch?
Yeah, I'm an improviser as well. Let's just
Play pineapple.
can we get a suggestion other than pineapple? Thank you. Great. So the next question is from Sophia from Tampa. They're saying the Arrowverse is known for its intense fight scenes. Did any of you have a favorite stunt or fight sequence that was particularly challenging or fun for you? How about you, Willa?
Yeah, there was probably one of the coolest fight sequences I got to do. We had to, how do I explain this one? It was like a 3-minute long almost like fight sequence. And we had to do these things called cowboy switches, where I switch with my stunt double in and out of this one long shot. And we have to also go through 3 levels of a building all in one shot. So we basically started off in a hallway, fighting. The camera wipes past a door frame. And once you get past the door frame, it's now the stunt double fighting into the elevator. The elevator door closes. I get into the elevator, switch out, elevator door opens. It's me fighting out of the elevator door. And they changed the level label for when the camera comes out of the elevator. So we're all staying on the same floor, but it looks like when the camera pulls out that we're on a different level now all of a sudden.
Bait and
switch. And then fight out of the elevator, and then fight back into the elevator. And then same thing again, switching out to another level, and so many cowboy switches out of that thing. It was the coolest thing I've ever done.
That's so
That's awesome. That's like a choreography. It's like
It was amazing. It was
yeah.
incredible dance. It took the entire day to shoot that scene. It was incredible.
Wow, that's awesome. Emily fight scenes.
Not that, Emily.
You know Felicity. Cowboy switch. Well,
It was a computer.
yeah, I was fighting the computer store. My fingers almost fell off. Finally got it.
They cowboy switch your fingers.
Yeah, they did. I was stunned finger double because you know the biceps curls over Steven's character, Oliver and Felicity went through an elevator shaft, and I think was that season 2 or season 1? I was wearing big belly burden.
Was it? Season 1?
Okay, yeah, it was season 1. Season 1. They built that elevator shaft. Okay, and you have to remember, it's like this gig. It's like my first real gig. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they built an elevator shaft. This guy was like, Mom, There's an elevator shaft inside a building. She was like, they're always in there. I was like, you don't understand. On top of it, she's like, okay. And we had to put on like the ratchets and the whole thing, and then we flew across, and they're supposed to be like kind of love and awkward. Steve and I don't know each other that well, so we're like just kind of awkward. He's like, this is good. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. Just show me. I was like, so long as we're acting. He's like, okay. And yeah, then we just like swung across the thing.
Oh, that's very
But you know, elevators, right?
Elevators now.
Elevators.
Them,
Yeah.
the other shafts.
A lot of elevators and shops on the show. Oh, you guys are dirty.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
Small children wouldn't understand the reference anyway.
And that's fine. We're talking about shafts.
I watched the same movie as a child and I didn't understand acting nothing. And it was still funny.
Yeah. How about you? You fought a little bit.
For a little bit. You know, there was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of fighting. But probably, you know, the fight between me and Steve was probably the best. I like that fight between Oliver and Diggle. And that fight, oddly enough, I think Martin Luther somebody's in there because we went to him. And at first it was like a big martial arts thing. It was round kicks and all this stuff. And then it was like Steve and I went to the producer and it was like, you know, that's not the way brothers fight. Brothers break things and they put people in headlocks and this guy. And we're like, how about that happens and then Mommy Felicity breaks him up. That kind of makes sense. Boys, stop being so naughty. So that was probably the best place. Yeah. That was
Season
5.
Six,
6, right? I feel like it was 6.
It's so great to have the fans here because if they were not here, we'd be
Thank God you're
But we'd be lost without
I do this at
you.
home. It's so weird.
It's so weird when I talk to myself about you guys. So our final question.
I mean, I respond back.
Ooh, my cats talk back to me. They're so sweet. Our final question is from Nash. Oh, I love Nash. That's a cool name. They're from Fort Lauderdale, and they're wondering if you were to put. Wait, if you. I'm dyslexic. Give me a moment. This is like seriously. If you were to be put into one of your characters' costumes for a day, what would you do with that super-powered ability?
Well, we don't have superpowers.
Let's just assume, okay, if you could, here we go. Let's expand it to the whole universe of superdom.
Well,
That's
once
superdom?
during a break of filming, I needed to go to CVS one day, and I ran to that CVS and didn't realize that I still had my full black eyes. Mask on, like literal raccoon eyes. So I was just like, you know, walking around.
I was like, wow, I wonder what superpower she has.
I turn around and there's a little kid and he starts screaming. And I'm like, why? And I'm doing this why. So yeah, I guess my superpower would be scary.
Scary children. Great. What about superpowers for you two? It could be anything.
Okay, well, I have a story to that. I don't know what season it was, somebody can tell me about. I had like a huge gash on the side of my face, like blood, the whole thing, and it was like a night shoot, like 5 a.m. I didn't usually have drivers, but I had a driver that day because we had been working so much and it's dangerous to drive home. Or maybe I left my car at work that day and asked for one. And you're not allowed to leave with fake blood on your face. It's illegal. I didn't know.
Okay.
Once again, I didn't know.
Oopsie.
And I'm in the car, like sleeping up against the window, and we're stopped at the light, and this guy just looks over and he's like, and I was like, and I would touch my face and be like, oh wait, I was like, but like I'm talking like full open wound, like professional makeup, looks real, and your friends come to set and like, are you okay? I'm done. That's why you're not allowed.
That's why you're not allowed to like ask this.
I just don't know what superpower.
That's your superpower. I like it.
But you know what? Like I'm not as smart as Felicity, and I think that intellect is freaking rad. So I think I would just dive into whatever that brain feels like and be like, oh yeah, I know the back end of this website and how to hack into that. Not that I would. But you know, the government would pay me to hack themselves. You know, I would. I've met some people from the CIA.
Sure.
Perfect.
Sure.
Oh yeah, that is time. Thank you. I'm so sorry, David.
No, it's okay. It's all right. I can't top that. What's the key to comedy?
Just like wrap it up. Well, seriously though, this was a joy. And I'm so sorry it's over, and we'll never find out what superpower you want. Come back next year, find out, David.
Come back next year.
Keep it a mystery, David. Never tell us.